Base with you guys real quick and talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about working on yourself. Oh, now I'm live. Okay. Hey, villagers, it's Joel. I just wanted to do a quick video here about working on yourself. I really encourage you guys, obviously, to work on yourself. That's why we talk about you're the first and your last client of the day. But I want to talk about, it's more for like the level tours, but it can also relate to level one. Because sometimes, when you're working on yourself, you'll get frustrated. You'll get like, I don't know what I'm doing, or you'll get everything's balanced, right? That's happened quite a few times as well. But what's really interesting and happening, so, you know, in level one, we're teaching you about the physical body. And level two, we just start, skimming the surface and what's happening as far as the emotional aspects of the body. And you guys think it's fun, it's exciting, I'm working on myself. And then you start working on yourself, and then the depths start happening. You start going from the surfacey layers to deeper. And then you start getting scared. You, it's, as somebody says, you fall into the depths of yourself. And typically, what I have experienced in this experiment here that we're doing with Voila is once you dive into the depths of your selves, you don't like it, and it scares the shit out of you. So it's all fun and games until you really start going below the surface. And then, you're working on yourself, or you're struggling with yourself, or you just give up working on yourself because you really don't like what you see. And I've seen that happen quite a few times. People don't like what they see in themselves. So the emotions of quit will come up. And it's not to physically quit, it's you are avoiding yourself. That's what it means, is you're avoiding yourself. And so this is what I'm seeing in the group a lot. Um, what I encourage you to do is work on yourself. And then when you get to a point or a deeper level, that's when you reach out. You have the courage to reach out to me so we can work you through it. That's what I'm here for. Okay? I'm here to help you through these parts because I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I also have deeper levels of knowledge than you have. Level 2 and 2.5, you're just touching the surface of shit. Um, so that's what I'm here for, okay? So don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid you're finding things in yourself that you don't like. That's part of your growth, okay? So, work on yourself. You'll even level one, you'll work on yourself and you'll get to a certain point and you can't find anything to work on. Or you'll tell me, you might send me a message like, oh, I've been working on myself, but my knee still hurts and I'm not finding anything. And I'll be like, cool, I know exactly what's going on because I can assess to that and put it all together and work at the level that I work at. Okay. I've been doing this for a lot longer and I've created this, so I kind of have a little bit more experience with it than you all have. So keep working on yourself, reach out, have the courage to reach out, ask for help. I'll give you an example. Also, I was working with someone that's in the higher levels. Not that that means much, but they have a lot of experience and they're working on themselves and they're having a lot of back pain. So they called me about their back pain, found out where it was, and I start talking with them, and they're telling me like what they have found and what they've uh, come up with, so I can take that information, input it into what I do, and move them forward. And the whole time I'm talking to him, he's like, oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. And he wasn't really buying in to what we were talking about. I said, well, just you have to create this experience, do the homework we talked about, and then get back to me. About 15 minutes later, I get a message. Joel, I gotta be honest with you. I was really skeptical about what you were talking about, but I sat down and I did the homework anyway, and my back pain is going away. It's dissipated. So even though you're skeptical, doesn't matter. Voila still works. Okay. Um, so please, I encourage you guys. I just had a session the other day with a villager. They had one of their clients do a session with me, and they were there, so they got to experience how I work with a client. That's a great way to learn, by the way. So if you have a client that you're struggling with, ask me to come in and help. It's a great way to learn Voila. And I'm going to use whatever level that's going to help your client. So I'm not going to just stick at the level that you're at. Um, but anyway, long story short, I flip over, at the end of the session to talk with the practitioner, and I could see the tears coming out of their face. So I had to work with them. So as I'm working with their client, I'm also working on you. So it's really fascinating. So please, guys, I feel like I'm pulling teeth here sometimes. Work on yourself, then post. Have the courage to post so you can get help. I'm here to help you. All right, guys, have a great weekend, a great 4th, and keep growing.